All right. It's June 2nd, 2019. It's a Sunday. I recently was going through what I would describe as a comedic slump. Um, and not that I was like bombing every show, but just the my sets just didn't feel strong enough. And it just really has put me into a funk that I think I'm recently getting out of because of what I'll talk about in a second. But I wanted to talk about the slump first because when I talk to people that are not comedians about doing shows and whatnot, they'll ask me some of the same stuff like, "Oh, where do you perform?" Which is a really annoying question because it's like that's not how. It's not like, "Oh, there's the one comedy place that all the comedians go to." It's like you kind of perform wherever you can. But the other thing that annoys me is that they seem to have this idea that you're just famous. That's just what you are. You're a comedian, then you become famous if you're good. Um, and that's really frustrating. Like it takes out all of the work and all of the struggle that comes with trying to be successful in. Sorry, in a second. Yeah, trying to be successful in this career is fucking difficult. It's so fucking hard. Um, And on the off chance, I actually do get to some level of success or what I deem success or fame, I would like it documented that it wasn't easy. That there was a lot of struggle. There's a lot of times of self doubt. There's a lot of times where you just want to I can't, like, the past, like, week, I've just wanted to give up. Like, I've just felt like, I fucking suck. I'm not good at this. And there's no point at keep going to keep doing it. Obviously, that's not what I'm going to do, but that's how it feels. And I would like people who don't know anything about stand up, if they listen to something like this, that they would understand that, like, oh, this is really fucking hard. This is really hard mentally and emotionally on a person when every day you're working and you're organizing well, if you're producing stuff, organizing shows and booking people, and people are getting upset with you, and then you go out and you bomb, and then you spend hours in the cold waiting for your turn to go on stage, and you'll drive fucking hour and a half for 3 minutes, just difficult shit. So I feel better now. But I just figured it would be important to document the harder side of this. All that being said, it feels as though every time I go through those slumps, when I do come out of it, I come out stronger, which is nice. Just the slump part of it fucking sucks. But we did the podcast with Michael Gonzalez recently, and I went out with KJ Robinson recently. So shouts out to Michael Gonzalez and KJ Robinson. And in the podcast with Michael Gonzalez, he said something that I forgot about. Like, there's a lot of times in this career, in this art form, where I have to, like, relearn. Motherfucker. Okay, so they both said something. What the fuck was I said? Relearning things. Yeah, relearning things. So both of them said this, and it's something I knew before, and it's like, with the whole working hard thing, sometimes I get in this headspace where I'm like, I gotta fucking work, I gotta push, I gotta get better at this, I gotta be better than this guy at this, I gotta have every set be strong. And then you forget, or at least I don't know how anyone else feels, but I forget, like, oh yeah, this is supposed to be fun. I'm supposed to I'm supposed to fucking enjoy this. This is supposed to be, you know, I'm on stage telling fucking jokes, and if I'm not having fun, the audience is going to pick up on that. And I was fucking kicking myself. I went to the second round of auditions at the Ontario Improv for this competition. The first time around, I didn't get on stage, and I was watching people who, if I'm being blunt here, did not fucking deserve to see. See, I'm already getting angry. I'm already getting angry fucking thinking about this. But the first round of the audition, so it's random. They just pick the names out randomly. First round of the auditions, a bunch of people went on stage, and just with no business doing a competition. And there's only an hour time of getting people on stage. So there's just person after person bringing notes up there, not having any material written, having been doing this for like 3 weeks. Maybe they've been doing it for fucking 7 years, but it's been off. It's been like once a month, maybe. And all of those people were getting on stage, and I wasn't. And it was like, I felt like if I had just gotten on stage, I would have gotten in that first round. So the second time around, when I'm driving to, I was doing a job, an interpreting job out somewhere near Los Angeles, and I got off with just barely enough time to get to the improv and sign up if I was lucky. And so I'm speeding through traffic. I'm going in and out of the what is it? The lane where you're not lonely. The two people lane. Wow, it was making me sound like a fucking idiot, but you know what I'm talking about. It's like I'm just speeding and I'm weaving through traffic, and I get there, I'm out of breath, I'm like aggravated, and I had this idea of that first audition in my head. And I get picked and I get on stage and I'm just not there to have fun. And I know that as soon as I got off stage, when I was on stage, and I guess this is good. It's good that I'm aware of things happening while I'm on stage performing. But when I was on stage, I felt like I was like, oh, this isn't good. Like I couldn't tweak it while I was on stage. Like I couldn't fix it, but I knew something was off. And when I got off stage, I just fucking knew I wasn't going to get picked, which I didn't. But congratulations to all the other comics that did. I know Hector Lara was one, Joe Beltran was one, I think Alex Garcia and some other people. But yeah, congratulations, guys. I hate you. No, but I just wasn't having fun. I was about work. It was about beating everybody. It wasn't about expression and fun and telling jokes and being silly. And so, I think I just forgot that. I had to relearn that, which is frustrating. So I was feeling depressed. I was feeling down, and what was this? This would have been Friday. Yeah, on Friday, I was feeling depressed. I didn't want to go anywhere or do anything, but I felt like I should. So I hit up KJ, see if he was, hitting any mics or whatever. And so we went up to the rec room. First time I ever done a show at the rec room, and that was a lot of fun. I definitely want to go back. And then we checked out the Irvine Improv, and that we didn't go in. The bouncers were like, "You can't go in." And then we went to Skip Town Playhouse. I didn't get to go on stage, but we went there as well. And I felt better. It feels nice to have some level of guidance. Like having KJ around is a good. It feels good because it's like, okay, this guy knows more shit than me, and I can just sit back and listen. Like when I'm in the IE. Everyone is new for the most part. Like our scene, I don't think, like minus a few of us, our scene has kind of gone through this revamp, and now everyone in there is like a year in, and so just talking with KJ is nice because I get to hear perspectives that I didn't think about. And other than the having fun thing, we were talking about flow, and this is the other thing, like. Trying to implement the stuff that he's suggesting is really hard. Like, I understand the concept of it, but putting it on stage is so fucking difficult. But I digress. We were talking about flow and delivery. And he was showing me this clip of Hannibal Buress. And he was talking about, like, the way... Fuck, this is hard to describe. But Hannibal has a very clear... cadence and a clear style of telling jokes. And when you listen to it and you pay attention to the flow of it, you can hear, man, I'm not, fuck, I'm sorry, I just learned this. I'm learning this. I don't have it fully crystallized yet, but you can feel the flow of when he going to hit a punchline. It's like when he first starts off, he let me think on this. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna make any sense right now, but basically the setup has a cadence and a way of speaking that only Hannibal Buress does. And his punchline has a cadence and a way of speaking that only Hannibal Buress does. To where when you hear it enough for the audience subconsciously, they now know when he's making a punchline. When you're supposed to laugh. They're hearing his tone and they know like, oh, this is the punchline. And I really I don't have any other way to word it right now because I don't have a full understanding of it. But there's that, and then there's this idea of like painting a picture and riffing. And so what I'm gonna start doing, what I got from him was he suggested like pick one joke for your set, do that. God damn, dude. Okay. Um, fuck was I even pick pick one joke for your set and then riff around that joke, and then let your brain kind of go other places with it. Um, and as the host, like I'm always hosting all these shows. It's perfect. Like that's a perfect way to practice the riffing, still work on my material, just less material at a time. I'm probably going to do more than one joke because I'm not even comfortable with riffing as much as he's able to do. But that's what I'm going to do. I think when I'm hosting, I'm going to pick one or two jokes and then try to riff around it. And it's tough. Like I can't even describe the techniques he's telling me about here yet because it's not fully understood. Like I don't have it fully understood. All the other techniques that I've been working on that I tell the other IE comics, I understand front to back. But this is new stuff for me. This is new territory, and I'm really excited. And I guess I don't think I would have. And this is one of those times where I guess you just gotta have to appreciate the shitty times where I don't know if you're a comic and you're listening to this. If you're new, I'm sure older comics have more to say on this. But if you're new and you're listening to this, and it's feeling like fuck this slump isn't gonna end. This fucking sucks. I'm not funny. I suck at this. If you just keep pushing through and maybe ask for some support, talk to somebody, maybe just be alone, whatever you need to do. At least from my experience, when you get out of that slump, you get out stronger. And I feel like getting this new information has made me stronger. I still got to tweak it. I still got to work with it. But yeah. So I appreciate KJ for, taking me out and doing all that stuff. Ran the light.